Okay, so today we will see how to retrieve some of the common information from the database level. This is database level mostly. So, see, if we want to display how many tables are created in the database, what are the total different tables are available in some particular database. So, over here I have Udemy database with me. This is my Udemy database, and if I see over here, so all the tables are there, right? But I cannot take the name from over here manually, right? So for that some command will be there, right? So this is a query for that, display all the tables in DB. Display all the tables in DB. So select star from information schema dot tables. Now if I run like this, if I run this command, then let's see what it is giving me. It will giving me table catalog. So this table catalog is a database name. This table catalog is a database name. Then this is a schema name. This is a schema name. Then this is all the table names and table type. Table type equal to base table. Table type equal to base table. So we have to mention over here base table in a where condition. Currently we have only single table types. See, distinct table type. If I mention distinct table type, then it will be only single one, base table, right? It will be only single one, base table. But now let me quickly try to create a view over here in the same DB. So create view dbo dot department as select star from DPT. So let me try to create this view. Okay, this view is created. Now if I retrieve the data from dbo dot department, and don't know what is the spelling, department. And now if I write this one, select star from DPT, then it should return, both the query should return same result, right? Both the query should return same result, but above one is a view and this is a table. Now if I run this query, let's observe this carefully. If I run this query, now distinct table type is C. What are the distinct table type now? Now U is also one distinct table type, right? So if I do now this select star from this information schema dot tables, then it will not only retrieve only the tables, it will retrieve me the view as well. It will retrieve me the view as well. All the views which is created in the same database, right? Now what I have to do? So that is why I have added this condition. That is why I have added this condition where table type equal to base table. So it will give me only tables. So 17 tables are created, right? So you have to remember this one, information schema dot tables. You have to remember this one. Now again one more query is there. Select star from sys dot tables. Select star from sys dot tables. Now what it will give me? It will give me 17 record. But this time number of columns are different. See, name. So this is a table name. Object ID. So particular table, there is one object ID will be attached with that particular table. So that, and it will be unique. It will be unique. Then schema. So DBO schema. Schema ID of DBO is what? Schema ID of DBO is 1. So if you want to see the schema also, then this is one more table. Select star from sys dot. I think this is that particular table. See, DBO. These are all the, some schema are by default schema. All this, all, I think in our case, all this schema is by default schema only. In particular schema ID is attached with the particular schema, right? Schema name. and some principal id is there, like which user has created that specific schema. I think that is a principal id. Now let me move forward. So see, select sys.tables, it will give me 17 record schema id. Then type is equal to u means user table. So if you currently, let me see, okay, there is no procedure is created currently, so let me create a procedure as well. Create procedure, dbo dot departs procedure as select star from dept. Same procedure I am creating, let me try. Okay, it is created. Now if I select the data from the select star from sys.tables, let me see, okay, sys dot, okay, I think this one will indicating only tables, sit dot tables only. So for procedure some other table will be there. So there will be procedure will be over here, sys dot, okay, only one procedure is there. Okay. N- so see, both of this query will give me 17 record. 17 record in above query and 17 record in below query. All these column are not much important. Created date, on which date that particular table is created, on which date that particular table is modified, when it is modified, when we are adding new column or when we are dropping new column, when we are changing the data type of a particular column. So that is a modified date. Now these columns are not much useful. This is a table schema and data. All these column are not much needed. All these column are not much needed apart from beginning 4 5 columns. This column is required, object id is required, schema id is required, then type is required, type description is required, and created date and modified date is required. Mostly by using this column our task, general task will be achieved, right? So you have to remember these two tables, sys.table and information schema dot tables, right? You need to remember these two tables. Now same thing, if I want the u information, so over here we have seen what are the different table types are stored. Different table types are stored is tables and view, right? Tables and view only, not procedure, right? Not function. See, only base table and view are stored. So select star from this time we can specify view in the where condition. So this is the only view which is available in my database as of now, right? So and one more table for every object, there will be a one more table mostly will be there in the database, so you can see detail level information. Over here you will see high level information, right, for a u, but now sys.u will give you detail level information. Let's see. So what is the name? Department is a name, then this is the object id, schema id, then type is equal to u, sorry, type is equal to v means view. So these are the information, again all this information are not much used. But you have then for procedure, see, we have created one procedure, right? So for procedure there is one more table is there, we have created this procedure, see over here, right? We have created this procedure in schema id dbo. So schema id equal to 1, what is the type? Type is equal to p for sql store procedure, and created date and modified date. Now let's see further few more information. If trigger is created, then it will show into the sys.triggers table. But right now, no trigger are available, right? Now see, this is a one more important thing, sys.objects. Sys.objects. So in the database, whatever number of objects are created, that will be displayed over here. That all will be displayed over here. So let me try to select data from this particular two columns only. Two columns only. So I will specify distinct over here. And now see, these are all the distinct objects are available in my current database. P means for SQL store procedure. Then V means for view. PK. So for primary key also one different type is available into the sys.objects table. U means user table. And I'm not sure what is this service queue. S means system table. Right. So you have to remember this type sometimes as well. What is a P? When you retrieve the information from this table where type is equal to U. So what do you mean by U? See, U means user table. So if you run this one, see over here. If you run this one, now let me run all these three query. Okay, not this one. 1 minute. Mm, hmm. All these three query. Let me run. One is for information schema dot tables, one is from sys dot tables, and one is for sys dot objects. So all will give me same number of rows. See, 17, 17, and 17. All will give me same number of rows, right? But based upon your requirement, you can choose any of the three table while performing some DBA related activities or something else, right? But you have to remember. And so now see, I can, so this will give me all the view data, right? All the view data. This will give me all the procedure data. This will give me all the, let me, 1 minute, let me open another SSMS. So let it open. So the trigger for type will be TR. Foreign key for type will be FN. Primary key for type will be PK. Like that, right? Now let me connect. Now let me open the database. Let me close this. Let me connect with the our main server. Because right now I don't have that information, right? I don't that information available. So let me now copy this one and copy this query over here. Now see, it will give me all the views. Array. In our database we have created so many views, right? So it will give me, see, 29 views, all the views which we have created. Now this P will, what P will give me? P will give me only all the store procedure. See, SQL store procedure, this much of store procedure till now I have created in my database. Maybe many of are repeated only. then maybe no triggers are available. I'm not sure. Let me see whether okay, this much of triggers are there, then this will indicate foreign key. Now see, these foreign keys are created. This much of foreign keys are created. Now primary key, we can see all the primary keys which we are created. All the PK, right? Primary key constraint. Now F is for what? F is for foreign key constraint. And what is this Fn? Let me see. Fn SQL carriers function. Okay. This is a scalar function and this is a foreign key constraint. And C is for, I think, check constraint. Let me see. Yeah. All the checks constraint are available in my all the tables of the current database. All the tables of the current database. Now see, one more important thing. Let me give me alias like this. Now inner join sys dot objects t on o dot parent object id is equal to t dot object id. See what I am doing. Now I want to check this specific constraint o dot name is created on which table. On which table this specific check constraint is created on which table. How can I check that? See, this daf, or let me take some another example. EMP1, it is showing anywhere. EMP1, think I'm missing something. Let me take t dot name. I want table information, so let me go below. Just a minute. O dot star. Okay, parent object ID is this one and object ID is this one. Select star from sys dot where object ID equal to this one. Let me try to run this query. And what is a parent object ID? Parent object ID. Okay, this is my user table. Okay, object ID. So now let me try to take this where t dot object ID equal to this one. Let's see for one table only. So see, let me comment this one and let me run both of these query. See on shift table. So this is my t dot name. Means if you see shift is over what? Shift is our table name. User underscore table. And in this user underscore table, a two constraint are available. Two constraint are available. One is default constraint and one is primary key constraint. So you do not need to hover over here, right? You do not need to hover over here, or you do not need to write like this sp underscore help and then table name is shift. So if you mention this one, the object shift is not available in the database. I don't know why. Mm, I don't know where this shift table is coming from. So see now that EMP table we are able to see. So in the EMP table, what are the different constraint are available? That we can see over here, right? Only one constraint are available, primary key constraint, and constraint name is this one, right? Constraint name is this one. Now if I execute this query, then also it will give me the same data, right? Then also it will give me the same data. See, PKEMPAF4C. So like this also you will able to see. You do not need to go to each and every table. You have to just specify the join condition. And now if I remove this join condition, it will give me for all the tables related information. In all the tables, what are the different constraints are created? We can see like that one, right? Okay, now let me move forward. Now see, there is one requirement. I want to see what are the different columns are available in a particular table. So I think EMP1 is not exist. What are the different columns are available in a particular table? So see, this is my just a table, right? So I have taken the object ID from here. I have taken the object ID from here. This is a sys.tables. Now there is one table is there which is sys.columns, which is sys.columns. So now I have to mention that object ID over here. I can do a join, or I can mention a manually. I can also see, right. So in the EMP1, these are the different columns are available. In the EMP1, these are the different columns are available. You can do a join as well by some joining condition, and you can check manually if one or two table are there. Then you can check manually as well, right. Now this is one more thing. We can check what are the number of columns are available in particular table. So if you run this, then it will return should be 8. Total number of columns are 8 in the object ID, this one. And what is this object ID? This object ID is attached with this EMP table, right? EMP table. Now same thing I have done over here join. I have done over here join. So see, in the EMP table 8 columns are there. In the EMP table 8 columns are there. In the department table 3 columns are there. In the bonus table 4 columns are there. So it will give me, we need to join with sys.tables and inner join sys.columns on t.object id equal to c.object id, and then t.name means table name and c.name means column name, right. Then there is one more thing. We have to check in how many columns are available in each of the table, not on a single table. In each of the table how many number of columns are there. So see, in activity tables total number of columns are 5. In EMP test table total number of columns are 8. In EMP table total number of columns are 8. So it will give me data of all the tables group by, right. Here we have to use group by because we are using aggregate function, right. We are using aggregate function. In order by also I have done. Now suppose this is a very interesting interview question. This is a very interesting interview question. So let me type over here where t dot name is equal to EMP. T dot name is equal to EMP. So Okay, let me copy this one and copy it over here. See, in my one table, total 8 columns are there. But now I don't want the information like this. I want information like this. In EMP table, how many number of columns in one column and comma separated. So one column is EMP number, then second column is E name, then job, then MGR, then hire date, then salary, then commission, then commission, then DPT number. I want information like this, comma separated value in a single column. This is a very frequently asked interview question. So you can say you can use the string aggregate function. String aggregate function for the same as columns from sys dot table. Then you have to do inner join. Then which table you want, you can do group by. And what is a separated? So that comma separated I want, right? Over here I have mentioned over here comma. Now let's see. It will give me the result what I want, right? But now the important thing is, see what is the problem. If I run the same query over here in another SQL server, I have two SQL server installed in my system, right? This is second SQL server. See what happened. String aggregate is not a recognized built-in function name. So this string aggregate function is uh, in the last 2 3 years of addition of SQL server, it is come into the picture. This is my 2012. So if you see over here about, I think SSMS is 19, it will display only, but this is my database is of 2012. So that is why it will not give me the result. After 2012, it is came into the picture. After 2012, it is came into the picture. So over here it will work, but over here it will not work, right? Now let me try to remove this one, whether it will give me the proper result or not. Let me see. See, in all the tables now it will work. All the tables, it will give me all the columns comma separated. Comma separated, right? You can mention specify over here dash as well, right? Dash. Let me try to mention dash. So it will give me dash separated. See, the result of this particular query will be dash separated. See, this function is aggregate function that concatenates rows of strings into a single string separated by a specified separator. Separated by a specified separator. Now see, this is one more thing. Okay, I will give you one more example. I want, this is my table, right? EMP table, order by DPT. Order by DPT number. So in department number 10, what are the different employee names are available? I want all the employee name comma separated. Like department number 10, Clark, comma King, comma Miller. Clark, comma King, comma Miller. Then department number 20, I want all this employee comma separated. So I can get it through the string aggregate function, right? String aggregate function. Department number 10, these employees are working. This is an interview question. Department number 20, all employees comma separated. Okay, over here all the 18 employees are separated by commas. All the 18 or 17, whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All the employees are now available in comma separate. This is just one example, but this is an interview question. You these are the interview questions, you can say. But these are the things you have to remember: sys.object, sys.view, sys.procedure, sys.trigger, information schema.tables, sys.tables. Then what are the different types are available in this sys.objects? You have to memorize this one, or you can, if you know only the table name, then also it will be fine, right? Then also it will be fine. These are the different types are there. Now you can ask if you have any question. Let me. You can ask if you have a question.